the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. We've got Bilal Coulibaly. Sohan is out there with Song. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Carrington in at the 2. And for the Pacers, Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton is out there with the Cobra, and it's Mathurin in at the 3. And even as early as it is in the season, Doris, we've got some surprising teams off to great starts.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, the real challenge isn't getting off to that tremendous start. It's about making sure you're playing the right way and that you continue to build on that momentum. Because here's the quick thing you need to know. It's all about habits and building the right habits as you march toward the future, regardless of the time of year.
Here's Carrington. Pass to Sohan. Halliburton against Lillard. Pulls up on the wing. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side.
He misses the free throw.
One thing you know about Benedict Mathurin, this guy oozes confidence, and he is an impact scorer.
He hits the second from the line. We know, Doris, at one point the Wizards had one of the most unique pairings in NBA history.
Think back to 1987, 1988, the year you're talking about, when the 5'3" Muggsy Bogues was a teammate of Manute Bol, who stood 7'7" tall. At the time, they were the tallest and shortest players in NBA history, with 28 inches between them. Incredible.
Here's the Cobra. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game.
There is something special about a crisp, on-time, on-target passer. Mr. Halliburton, how you doing?
Lillard, the pass to Sohan. Here's Carrington. And it's sent back by Turner. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And it's Carrington missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Here's the Cobra. Back to Siakam. Shot clock at 6. Halliburton, that's... good.
Well, it's been early in his career, but Tyrese Halliburton has proven to be extremely dangerous from range.
Here's Carrington. And it's blocked by Parham. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. Pass to Lillard. Here's Carrington. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Yeah, that's outstanding. Tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead this team.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Parham. Got got a hand on it. Here's Siakam. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Sarr's shot is off. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Pacers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. The Cobra in the last game against the Bulls was tremendous. He scored 54 points, and the way he hit the glass and defended out there was impressive. He was locked in. An amazing performance. Probably we won't see a night like that anytime soon. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
George is checked in for Sohan. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Fourth, Damian Lillard.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Parham passes to Siakam. Indiana moving it around. Halliburton for three. Indiana again missing. The Wizards have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Pass to Sarr from downtown. The Cobra with the rebound.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there. That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Washington trailing. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Sarr sets the screen for Lillard. Pass to Carrington. Offline with his three.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Down low, here's Parham. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Parham's got 6.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
So for the Wizards, Bay comes in for Sarr, and Poole subbed in for Lillard. Now, here's Poole. His last outing, 16 points for him. Over Halliburton, and there's Poole on the assist by George.
Well, Jordan Poole has shown himself capable from that mid-range.
Parham passes to Turner. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That is his first foul of the game. Toppin, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Stevenson, he's checked in for the Wizards. Parham laid in with a nice touch off the glass. That's now 8 points for the Cobra.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Pass to Poole. Launches it. Traps in the tray.
Well, I'd like to see this. A jumper from Jordan Poole when he's off the basketball. Nicely done.
Here's Parham. That's good. And it's Halliburton with the assist. That's 10 points for the Cobra.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Here's Carrington. Outside, George. Over Siakam. The shot by George, no good. Here's Parham. And the baseline jumper, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Pacers out in front. They lead by 2. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Pacers.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Taking a look at the Wizards. We've got George. Saddiq Bey is out there with Stevenson. Then there's Jordan Poole. And it's Carrington in at the 2 guard. Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Here's Bey. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Siakam passes to Parham. Poole with the steal. On the wing, Stevenson. Defended by Mathurin. Poole, the pass to Bey. Poole kicks to Bey. No good on the 3. And Mathurin has got the ball here for Indiana. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
And they were unbeaten against this club last season. Not surprising considering where they both finished in the standings.
Well, they're more talented, more accomplished at this point, but you can't rely on that and start taking plays off. You could get surprised.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for Indiana. A change for the Wizards. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Bey.
What a heads-up play by Obi. Top and feeds the open man. Easy opportunity.
Here's Carrington. Last game he had 13. Pass to the Cobra. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by George.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Coulibaly, he's checked in for Jordan Poole. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Poole's checked in for the Wizards. Here's Parham. Rebounded by the Wizards. Carrington's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Sohan. Here's George. Rejected by Parham. Mathurin passes to Parham.
Now we get a chance to look at Tyrese Halliburton.
Coming off a terrific season, he put up about 22 points a game last season, 9 assists and 3 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
Much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Outside, George. Pass to Carrington. From the stripe and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Carrington's got his 2nd bucket of the night. And there's the drive. Now Toppin. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the 2nd quarter. Stolen by George. Poole with it. Halliburton picks him up. Here's Coulibaly. Poked away. The Pacers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the 2nd quarter so far. The Cobras' shot is off. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the 2nd quarter. It's been a rough period so far. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Nice ball movement by Washington.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's George. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. And you look at the Cobra, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most. Of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
The Pacers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
1 shot.
For the Washington Wizards, they come in off the loss to the Utah Jazz. And another miss by Washington.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Parham, and he uses the glass on the layup. Parham's got the lead up to 7 now for Indiana.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Looking back at the 2019 draft, Jordan Poole was picked number 28, and Doris, he's already experienced the highs and lows of the NBA.
Well, Kev, let's remember that was a stacked draft class, and I think what you've seen from Jordan Poole is this incredible ability to hunt shots, to be willing to be a focal point on the offensive end. Let's remember, he's won a championship in his career, and that's something you can never take away.
Now, here's Poole. After the miss from Parham. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Halliburton inside the three-point line. It's rebounded by Coulibaly. Wizards trail by 7. Nobody near Lillard. Good on the triple. Lillard's got 5.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
26 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's the Cobra. 19 points in the game. Halliburton looking around. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Yeah, give Halliburton credit for staying with the play. You've got to be able to fend off that defense and still finish.
And the foul called on the Cobra. That'll be his second foul of the game. 8 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Carrington. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. He's got 7.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this season.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Pacers lead by 1. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Welcome, everybody. The Washington Wizards in our featured matchup, and what a competitive half it's been. You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty unreal they pay us to do this. Did I say that out loud?
Wait, you guys get paid?
And moving right along, things are neck and neck for the Washington Wizards right now.
You look at the score, it's close, but they're getting bullied. It's bully ball.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game here from the Cobra.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The Cobra out there with Tyrese Halliburton, and it's Mathurin in at the 3 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. Here's Parham. Halliburton trying to break loose. Lillard against Halliburton. Here's Coulibaly. No good with the triple. Indiana trailing here. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball. I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. Here's the Cobra. 21 points in the game, 6 to shoot. Halliburton in the corner. Indiana needs to get a shot at Parham. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Pacers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Parham. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in, and the foul called on the Cobra. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Lillard. 7 points in the game. Here's the 3. It's good from long range. Lillard's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
And one of the most prolific three-point marksmen in league history. Logo Lillard has unlimited range.
And the Pacers shooting at a decent 44% clip here. A nice shot by the Cobra.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
And Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He's so fun to watch.
Kev, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Washington's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Lillard. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Indiana. For this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton has demonstrated terrific improvement running the offense, especially with how he moves the basketball.
Coulibaly with it. Power down with both hands.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Wizards have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. To the middle. Here's Song. And the call on the shot. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
We get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Indiana moving the ball away. And he jams it with authority.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Pass to Coulibaly. There's a good screen. Fader on the way. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Indiana leading by 4. Siakam outside. Here's the Cobra. And that one, good. Parham's got 12 points here in the second half. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Washington. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Carrington, that's good.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the third. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Siakam.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
For the Wizards, George is checked in for Song. Bay comes in for Sohan. And Stevenson subbed in for Coulibaly. Here's Carrington. He's got 10. For the tie. It's rebounded by Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's the Cobra. 3 seconds left. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? And we've reached the end of the third. Pacers out in front, up 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. George is out there with Stevenson. Then it's Jeremy Sohan. Then it's Coulibaly. And it's Poole in at the point guard. Stevenson can't hit.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Halliburton outside. Shoots. The Cobra's shot is off.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
And Stevenson kicks to Poole. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Outside Turner. Inside, Parham. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pacers.
They're looking to attack and transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
Shot from 16. He can't hit that time. Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Sohan. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of since the end of the third quarter. The dunk with the foul on top of it. So strong.
A pretty pass from Tyrese Halliburton. You bought this guy running the show.
Third personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Pacers. One shot.
You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
Yeah, they collect one there, but overall, minus 10 rebounding for the game.
Pass to Sohan. Here's Lillard. And again, Washington no good. Pacers leading by 5. Here's Parham to the paint. Here's Turner. It's blocked. And they recover it. For 3, Siakam. Nailed from three-point land. Siakam's got his first 3 points of the game. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. In the corner, it's Coulibaly. Now, here's Sohan. Just 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. And another miss by Washington. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And finished off by Siakam.
An emphatic finish by Mr. Siakam. Yes, sir.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Timeout, Wizards. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in to what the head coach of the Wizards was getting across in the huddle. He said in the huddle, you got to play some defense in the paint. They're getting too much in there. Battle down low. Time to fight, guys.
Thank you, David.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
After-in passes to Parham, and the basket is good. Parham's got the lead back up to 10 now for Indiana.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
They grabbed their own miss. Pass to Coulibaly. Lets it go with the 3. Lillard from outside. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
A nice shot by the Cobra.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Wizards trail by 6. Now here's Lillard. To the wing on the left. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
That's an important shot right there, guys. I mean, he's produced from deep all game long.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
Washington's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. And it's Halliburton with the rebound. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Fires the 3. Rebound, Washington.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Carrington. And so they foul intentionally. Seconds left in the game. Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has... of the basketball and using the clock. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
For three, got it. And now they trail by just 4.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, we know this. Free throw shooting is such a mental aspect of the game. This guy keeps his composure and comes through.
A 3-ball. Rebounded by Parham. Timeout called the Pacers. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Make some noise.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the Pacers call time here. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
It's not completely over, and they know that. But if they carry out their game plan, they should be golden.
And an intentional foul right there.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock. Really, they're just kidding themselves.
Doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one, and that stretches their lead to 8. So it's Indiana picking up the win, even early on in this one. It seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.